What's up, Group Coach Nation? Chris here. Hope y'all are doing awesome. That was a fun start. So let's talk about this one-on-one coaching. I got off of multiple calls over the past week with people who were struggling with this one-on-one coaching thing, and not because they couldn't figure it out, but because it was a dead end for them. So I just want to explain and speak a little bit to that about why one-on-one coaching was actually a dead end for me. So for many of us, we've come to this place in our career, our process as entrepreneurs, whatever, where we've got like real expertise, and all of a sudden we're actually able to do something in a significant way. And people are asking us, like, how do you do that? Can you help me do that? Can you show me how to do it? I'll pay you, whatever, right? That's really cool, right? Nothing wrong with that. It's fun to get paid for what you know. And that's a really cool place to be when you become a consultant or a coach. Also, you're getting paid for what you know, not just for what you do for people. Great. That was 7 or 8, I don't know, maybe 9 years ago. And that made a huge shift for me. And that was a great jump up. But then what happened is, y'all know, I got 5 kids. Like, life gets in the way. And ultimately, when you're selling your expertise by the hour, and you're limiting yourself to just working one-on-one with clients, done for you services, or one-on-one consulting, it doesn't scale. You simply get stuck. So no matter what I did, I could not break that cycle. And I kept finding myself over and over and over again being maxed out on the number of hours I could spend and still manage my life and my family and all the things that were important to me. And that was a really big deal. And ultimately, I was worried that if I wanted to do something more scalable, because I saw all these other experts doing scalable stuff out there, like e-courses, books, masterminds, speaking engagements, whatever. I thought, I'm not sure I could do that because I wasn't sure that I could actually, number one, fulfill on the work at a scalable model. Number two, get enough clients in the door to actually make that make sense. And number three, just the systems, the processes, the platforms, all things it took to actually make that a reality. That was actually really daunting for me. Might not be for you, but it was for me. My time was gone. I didn't have a lot of space to learn and create something new because I was already maxed out. And even if I thought I could accomplish this, I could get a system in place, I was like, oh my gosh, I got to run ads. I got to scale up. What do I have to do to get all these clients in? Low ticket offers, funnels, VSLs, webinars, all the stuff that's like kind of scary, right? So I hit the wall. I tried several things. I went down the e-course path. I went down the ebook path. I went down the low ticket path. I went down the funnel path, the webinars, all those kind of things. And it just wasn't me. Y'all know me pretty well on our platform. You see me, this is like as excited as I get. I'm not one of those people who's like super hyper and ready to just sell on a webinar. I like real straightforward information. I like doing work to get results. I just don't want to do the wrong work. And I was doing the wrong work. I was successful as a one-on-one consultant and done for you agency owner, but I wanted to scale and I was doing the wrong work to figure out the scaling. And then all of a sudden it clicked. But here's why it clicked. It wasn't because I was smart enough to figure it out. I actually joined a mastermind, and I was in that mastermind to learn how to do my online courses, my info sales, scalable stuff better, faster. That's why I was there. And in that mastermind, within the first half hour, maybe 45 minutes of being there, I was telling people what I was doing. We were like open mic, sharing our stuff, what we were going through. And they're like, well, dude, how's the mastermind? I was like, I don't have one. I have e-courses. That's why I'm here. I'm learning how to do this with you guys. And they're like, no, Chris, you got to have a high ticket mastermind first. All of a sudden, I was like, oh my gosh, I wanted to go from one-on-one coaching and consulting and done for you agency work, which was working great, just crushing me from a schedule standpoint. And I wanted to actually get into a place where I could sell my information. But I sucked pretty bad at getting information sold. Once I started learning how to build a mastermind, it changed for me. This is before we were teaching people how to build masterminds. Like, I had my first mastermind and it was teaching digital agency owners how to run their agencies more effectively. I had figured that out so I could do more one-on-one consulting. I was running my agency in under 2 hours a week, but it was because I was good at systems and processes. So I was just simply teaching that process. My first mastermind was teaching agency owners how to build and scale their agencies. I love that. I still love our agency and I still love working with our clients there. It's super cool. But ultimately, I wanted to coach and consult and I wanted to do it at a bigger scale. So when I realized, okay, these people just said, I got to stop selling low ticket stuff. I got to stop trying to figure out funnels and all that kind of thing. And I got to just go deep into How do I build a high ticket consulting coaching model that's actually at a scale where I can do this with 10, 15 people at a time? Masterminds were the obvious clear choice. And for almost everybody in that room, they said that's where they started too. I just didn't know that. So a couple of them sat down with me at dinner that night. They helped me build a plan where I could understand how do I get a few clients. That's the scariest part for me is if I'm going to have a mastermind, I want to have 10 people in there. What if I go out and I find one client who wants to learn from me? I sell one person in my mastermind and oh my gosh, they bail. So they taught me how to get 5 or 10 people into a mastermind at once. What am I going to talk about? Who's the market going to be? How am I going to actually reach out to that market? How am I going to do all this? But here's what I was scared of doing anything automated or ads or anything like that because I just didn't want to throw a bunch of money at something that I didn't know if it was going to work. I'd already spent over $100,000 in ads at that point just on my e-courses, right? And it wasn't working. So I was a little worried about that. So they showed me how to do 100% organically. And then I had to go back home and get my team and I together and try it. So for 5 or 6 weeks, we were out there doing all the stuff they said to do. I was getting on sales calls. Nothing was happening. It was just crickets. I was trying and trying and trying. And then finally, a couple of people that mastermind okay, let's just listen to a couple sales calls. Let's see what you're doing. They listened in and they gave me the stuff I needed to do. I just needed to make the commitment to help people make a choice and to find I was finding the right people. I just was I don't know, giving away the farm on the call and then not asking them, do you want to be in my mastermind? Can't believe that. And they start saying yes. Oh my gosh, they started saying yes within 7 weeks. So a week and a half or 2 weeks later after those calls, but within 7 weeks of being in that mastermind, I had my first mastermind. Could not believe it. And all of a sudden, it all started working. It was the first time I ever actually scaled my own information sales. It worked. It freaking worked. And since then, that has changed so much in our business. We've now not just sold a bunch of people and taught them how to build their own agencies, but then we started hearing from those people, oh my gosh, they love our mastermind. It's changed their agency. And now they want to build their own mastermind. That's when we started Group Coach Nation several years ago, just to teach people how to build high ticket masterminds. And it's been so great. So it's just kind of fun because now I literally do for a living what I was trying to figure out how to do 6, 7 years ago and completely failing at. I think that's really fascinating. I see that all the time, by the way, in the info sales space. And you probably see this the same way. Your greatest skill right now, the thing that you're passionate about selling what you know how to do, is probably what used to be a huge weakness for you, but you figured it out and you understand it, you cracked the code. That's a really big deal. So yay you for figuring that out. Now do this, go out there, find a way to reach the people that you want to reach. Lean in, ask us questions how to do it. We're here for groupcoachnation.com. That's our website. We're here for you. But figure out a way to find the people who need what you have in your head and learn how to teach them, learn how to help them. But here's the deal. Don't do it low ticket. Don't do it for free. Don't do it one-on-one. Get a scalable, high ticket group together. None of that beta group junk. Just go for it and get them together and start scaling and making the money you need to make and getting them the transformation in their lives they need to get. That's why we teach this, because it truly changed my life. And, it's truly changed so many others building their own masterminds. But here's the second generation thing that's super exciting to me. We have so many people who go through our program and learn how to build their own masterminds. That's really great. I'm glad for them and I'm glad for us. We love working with everybody we work with. But then you multiply that out and you realize, oh my gosh, all these people are leading 2 or 3 masterminds a year and they're taking so many people through a transformative process. It's so many people that collectively we all get to impact when we just share our knowledge and do it in a really healthy, meaningful, profitable way for everybody involved. So get out there, own that expertise that you have, share your knowledge, be the person that can change their lives. I'm Chris Williams. GroupCoachNation.com is our website. Wherever you found this information right here, if you're listening to it on a podcast, if you're watching on a video, if you're on YouTube, if you're on LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you are, drop us a message. If this makes sense to you, tell us, explain what you're trying to do. We don't mind vetting it out for you. We'll back and forth with you on a few messages. Here's what I'm trying to do. I do one-on-one consulting here. I think I could crack the code on this. I think I could, ask us, do you have a viable idea? We see so many people do this, some successfully, some unsuccessfully. The ones that are unsuccessful, they're very important and critical reasons. And if we think, okay, you're about to go on this path, this doesn't make sense, believe me, we will tell you. We don't want you to go down the wrong path for no reason. All right, you got this. Monetize your knowledge. Before I started doing this, I would have never thought that I'd be doing this. But that little journey we take as entrepreneurs, like following what's next and figuring out, what do my people actually want? They want you, and they want your knowledge, and they want your help. You just need to put that together in a scalable way so you can help sustainably and profitably. Do work, get results. As always, do work, get results. Just make sure you're doing the right work.